Hi, I'm Julie Skolnick, and welcome to the Gifted and Distractible vlog. Today, I want to talk about compensating versus masking. Why do I have eyeballs there? One open, one closed. Well, you're about to find out. I posed this question to my 2E, twice exceptional, gifted and distractible adult community, and I said, what is the difference between compensating and masking? Think about it. I love this question because it requires us to think deeply. It requires us to challenge assumptions and to really think through what this means because so many of us or so many of our kids do this. They compensate or they mask. So compensating is self-awareness. You know your strengths, you know your struggles, you're aware, and you use your strengths to shore up your struggles. So, for instance, if working memory is an issue for you, you learn that during conversations, when you lose your thoughts, to write them down, to make notes about what the person you're speaking with is saying, you learn to compensate by using strategies that shore up your struggles, or you utilize sticky notes. You put notes on whatever door you exit out of your house to remember certain things. You know you can't just wing it, so you plan and you prepare. Compensating is also doing a cost-benefit analysis, making a decision based on a greater goal. So, for instance, small talk. How many 2E adults can't stand small talk, right? We want things to be meaningful. We want it to be worth our time. We don't want to waste our time. We don't want to talk about the weather. Just look outside. You know what the weather is. But what we do is we decide, I have a goal of making friends. And some people need to go through this small talk stage to know that the person is worth trusting to go deeper, is going to talk to me in a way that I understand, right? So we decide, you know what? I'm going to compensate for my frustration tolerance or my deep desire for meaning. I'm going to decide, okay, I can tolerate 10 minutes of small talk and see where it gets me because that's going towards a goal that I care about. It's when we persevere, compensating is persevering through rote or meaningless tasks to get to the good stuff. So for me, I hate billing. I hate billing clients. I hate paying bills. But I know I have to do that in order to pay my staff. And so I can actually work with clients and do the work that I love to do. Another rote task that people struggle with is organizing files. But if you decide, you know what, when I need to speak publicly, or I need to support somebody, or I need to make a report, if my files are organized according to the way that makes sense to me, I can find things easier and I can be more efficient and more productive. Then I'm going to persevere. I'm going to compensate for my challenges. Now, this begs the question, what is masking? Masking is pretending you're good when you're not. It's hiding. It's putting your head down and just pushing forward, nose to the grindstone, right? Which leads to burnout. So masking is so often based on shoulds. You should be able to do this. This shouldn't take you that long. You should be able to be here. And masking is when we listen to those shoulds. Compensating is goal oriented. It's eyes wide open. It's acceptance and acknowledgement of your organic and authentic self. I see who I am. I'm not trying to change who I am. I'm working within the construct of me. Masking is pretending. It's the opposite of self-acceptance. It's rejection of your authentic self. And because expectations are inappropriate, you tend to have lots of negative self-talk, anxiety, low self-esteem. You're exhausted. Masking leads to withering, kind of collapsing inside yourself, whereas compensating leads to growth. I hope this conversation was meaningful to you, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on this topic of compensating versus masking. So drop me a comment, hit reply if you're seeing this in an email, and share your thoughts so I can share it with everybody. Thanks for listening.